Hello and welcome to the second episode of our brand new entertainment and showbiz weekly gossip show. Coming up on today's weekly scoop, we are talking about the new operating system for the Apple Watch that has a very exciting feature.
It very is much exciting, isn't it?
It very is.
It very much is. I've got something as well, Jason.
What's that?
One of our favourite films that isn't a favourite film of ours anymore is not getting a reboot.
Roll titles. This week, Greg, in the world of entertainment news, Apple, that's Apple, who make the iWatch and the iPhone, have announced that they are releasing a new operating system for the Apple Watch OS 4.
And this makes me very angry, doesn't it, Jason?
Yes, because you've just got rid of your Apple Watch, haven't you, Greg?
Yes, I wasn't a fan of it at all. Now this has come and I want it back.
They're introducing a feature that you are going to want on your wrist.
I just love it.
You probably already know that you can have Mickey Mouse as a watch face on your Apple Watch.
Which is what I did.
And he bangs his foot in time with every other Mickey Mouse in the world. Greg, on OS 4, Apple are introducing Toy Story clock faces.
Brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic.
And you've still got your you've still got yours, haven't you? Of course
I have indeed. Apple Watch OS 4 software boasts a number of new features, including a set of new Toy Story character watch faces, including Woody, Jessie and Buzz Lightyear.
You having Jessie, are you, Jason?
Yes. Apparently, Apple's VP of Technology, Kevin Lynch, said... Kevin, he said that Watch OS 4 introduces new ways to make the watch more personal to you. Well, not to you, because you haven't got one anymore. But I am soon going to have Woody on my wrist.
It's a rather big wrist you've got there then, Jason.
No, just a picture of him on my watch.
Oh, I thought you meant you're going to carry him around.
No, that would be ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
In other news, Greg.
What?
What are we talking about?
Oh, you want me to read this? There's nothing there. The PlayStation has got a new PlayStation out, hasn't it? I'll do the other big news in a minute. We'll save that one for last because I've got to get my breath ready. Yeah, PlayStation are releasing a new PlayStation.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Is it a new PlayStation, or is it just a different coloured PlayStation 4?
That one.
It's just a different coloured PlayStation 4.
I mean, it's clever marketing, isn't it? I mean, they sell all their colours out, and then they bring out a very limited edition gold version of the PlayStation 4.
That's right. So
£250 though.
How much?
That's $290 odd, I think.
Sony have announced the release of a gold version of the PS4. Now, for £239, I don't think it's real gold or gold plated. It's just gold coloured.
Well, it should be.
And they're also releasing it in the slim version of the PS4.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but to be honest, most people just put them under the television and they're out the way anyway, aren't they? Because there's no wires coming from there, so why does it need to be gold? I just do not know.
However, I'm sure it will sell in its millions of units.
Yes.
Now, I hope this isn't going to become a regular part of the weekly scoop, but unfortunately there is some sad showbiz news this week, isn't there, Greg?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Peter Salis, the voice of Wallace and Gromit, has died at the age of 96. 96, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, bless him. I mean, people know him from Wallace and Gromit, but I mean, I remember him from the British TV show Last of the Summer Wine.
Yeah, when we were kids, Last of the Summer Wine was one of the most watched TV shows on the BBC, and it starred Peter Salis along with his co-stars.
I think it's the longest running sitcom, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. The actor was best known for appearing in Last of the Summer Wine and obviously was famous for the voice of Wallace and Gromit. His agent has confirmed that he died peacefully with his family by his side. Salis played Norman Cleggy Clegg in Last of the Summer Wine from its first episode in 1973 until it concluded in 2010.
73 it started?
He was the only actor to appear in all 295 episodes.
Because they changed a lot of the characters every series, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Unfortunately, sad news again this week. We hope we don't have any more sad news to bring you next week.
Okay, Jason, it's time for a new feature.
Oh?
This is going to be a weekly thing on our new entertainment scoopy show.
So it's a new show with a new feature?
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, this is a scoop. We're going to have a section, Jason, and I've decided this. I spoke to all the people behind the scenes. We're going to have a section that was news this week, back then. So we're going to randomly pick a year and say news that was happening this week, then. And this week, we started with 1985.
Oh.
And if you look just there, Jason, you'll see what the news is this week in 1985.
You are, of course, talking about the fact that the town, Marion, in North Carolina, was excited this week and very pleased to be chosen to be one of the first towns to have cherry Coke available in the town.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola's market research on their brand new flavour, cherry Coke.
This was huge news this week, apparently, in 1985, that cherry Coke was coming out.
I love a bit of cherry Coke.
Oh, I love it. It's still my favourite now.
Mine too.
I love it. And that's the news. Then. Now. Scoop.
Finally, Greg.
It's the main headline.
We have saved ourselves for this one. One of our favourite 80s films,
Ghostbusters
will not be getting a reboot, according to Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd appeared on the UK TV show Sunday Brunch recently.
It's a bit like Tea and Toast, but slightly better.
Yeah, and they have actual celebrities on the show.
Not on the screen.
No. And he, when questioned about Ghostbusters and the recent remake, he said,
Ghostbusters?
We're ready to believe you.
Speaking to hosts Tim Lovejoy and Simon Rimmer.
They're good there. Who?
Rimmer, that's his name. Dan Aykroyd said that he was very pleased with the recent Ghostbusters film, and that the girls did a great job in the film. However, he said unfortunately the film just didn't make that much money, and Sony apparently like to make money.
Well, yeah.
And so economically, a reboot is looking very, very unlikely.
Have you seen it yet?
Yes.
I still haven't seen it. Honestly, I can't bring myself to see it.
Do you know what? It's not that bad. It's okay. But it's not Ghostbusters. Don't do it. But we will not be seeing another reboot made about the original film or any sequels from this film, according to Dan Aykroyd, because it just simply did not make enough money at the box office.
Ghostbusters? Sorry.
That brings us to the end of another edition of the Weekly Scoop.
It's good, isn't it, all these shows now?
Yes,
I'm absolutely... I'm really tired from all this, Jason.
Are you, Greg?
Yeah.
Well, you might like to know, we're back again tomorrow morning.
Are we?
Yes. Tea and Toast Saturday. We'll see you there.
See you then.